Help me, please. Hey, y'all, what's going on? It's Savage AF, your local neighborhood friendly show. I'm one of your hosts at Black Pedro on Instagram.
Hey, yo, what's going on? This is Shang.
You know what it is, y'all. We're here.
Yes, I guess I'm me. I have no idea.
We're live from Reno, same hotel, different room. Silver Legacy Casino. We're at the
Silver Legacy Casino.
We're here at the Laugh Factory live all week, man.
Right. Yeah, the most joyless casino ever.
Not the casino. I think it's something about the town. You know, if you've been to Vegas and then you come to Reno, it's like, oh.
No, it's good. Thank you guys.
The biggest little city in the world.
Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for getting on. We appreciate you. You're good people. Like, I know a couple people in the feed probably ain't good people. There's probably a couple bank robbers. I'm thinking there's a couple sex offenders. I mean, I don't mean other people where they offended themselves. I think there's a lot of good people in the feed, but there's probably a lot of really horrible human beings that we've had in the feed. Not you guys, the other motherfuckers. So thank you guys for being so cool. And if you ever need me to stab somebody in the forehead with a fork, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. A lot of people don't throw that out there, but I figured why not? Also, make sure you subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. Now you see it scrolling down there, but when you subscribe, you got to do this one little thing. There's this one little thing. If you don't do it, then it won't really, you haven't done it all the way. It's a little button. Yeah, this little thing that you do, well, okay, he'll tell you.
So first of all, we're here Monday through Friday.
Oh, you gotta let them know that shit?
Yeah.
You gotta let these motherfuckers know. Let me tell you something.
Monday through Friday, live.
If y'all know we here at this time, he'll tell you.
Monday through Friday. Mondays and Fridays, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday through Thursday, typically 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Right.
Now, that being said, we're live on YouTube and Facebook. You know what it is. So, if you don't catch us live on either of those platforms, know that we are archived on the YouTube page. It's scrolling at the bottom of the channel, youtube.com/C as in the letter /SavageAF World, all one word. And then when you get there, that's when you need to be doing these things.
We got. I was just saying, we got a birthday. Somebody's in the feed said, "Happy birthday to Queen Bees."
Oh, well, happy birthday, Queen Bee. Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday to ya. That was a Filipino version. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. All right. So, so catch us on the YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe and notify so that you can be fully tapped in, as they say. Other than that, maybe some of y'all don't like to look at us. Some of y'all don't have eyes.
Yeah, I know. I don't like looking at me. So
some of y'all can't see shit. I appreciate that. That's why we're available wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, on all the platforms, so you can hear us, listen to us, get us in through other sensory mechanisms. Wherever you get your platform podcasts,
iTunes, you get your podcast
iTunes, Google Play, Slacker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud, yeah.
Soundy Cloud. Okay, I'm gonna be like the guy that had the album that went triple platinum, where he says, she bang, like that. But we got to do it that way. SoundCloud, make it do. SoundCloud, make sure that you do it. SoundCloud. How's that?
I'm gonna stick with my R&B joint.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
man. I think that.
But hey, that's all good.
Do you? What's his name? Daniel Hung, or what was his
William, maybe?
William Hung, or whatever the fuck he was.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hopefully he was hung because he was not able to sing.
but happy birthday to you. We up in here, and then Nicole H said, "Nah, all right, Nicole.
Well, you know she keeps it real.
Nicole, when I see you in these streets, you already know what it is. You know what it is. We slap boxing.
Hey, watch out, man.
I don't know if you remember slap boxing, but that's what we gonna do. We gonna.
But you know, it's a tight community out here, Shang. So it's not just Nicole you're gonna have to take on.
I know
Wendy,
slap boxer in the face. I mean,
Wendy
on the
E's gonna have her back. Lady Hazel May gonna have her back. Pamela Knox probably too. Queen B, it's her birthday, so she feeling frisky. You know what it is, man. So just watch out because our audience, you know,
they
comment section is wise. Yeah, they're very aggressive. They're some of the most aggressive thumbs in the game. Like, you
know what? I take it back, Nicole H. No hands. So
hands free.
All right, slap boxing. Oh, remember that Bronda?
Yeah, Bronda Ray knows. Look, she getting her Vaseline on right now. Like,
you know what? I haven't slap boxed in 35, 40 years. I ain't slap boxing nobody. No slap boxing for me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say this one. Wendy Edwards, what's going on? Bronda. Is that
they're saying run hands, Shang, but you know what it is.
Run hands. You don't want none of these.
We're gonna run verbal hands today. That's what we're doing.
We're none of these hands. Look at the hands.
Running verbal hands. All
right. So this is what I basically we're gonna give you the rundown on the run up. A lot of shit happened today. A lot of shit that
we don't have a lot of time.
That happened today was monumental and at the same time inconsequential. Inconsequential. I said inconsequential because I tried to rhyme it, but that didn't work. But inconsequential because the shit ain't gonna go no motherfucking where. But we'll get into it. It ain't gonna go nowhere. Hold on a second. Let me spin around a little bit. It ain't going nowhere.
Just watch out now. All right. So we're gonna it is a Thursday, October 21st, 2021. 21. We're gonna end with the SHANGRY. Can it get worse? Before we get into that, the Black Pedro pop in, colored outside the lines. We'll talk about it. Before we get into that, you can take this job and shove it. 5 of Kirsten Sinema's advisors quit on her. Yeah, let's talk about that. What do that mean? Before we get into that, cock the vote. The House votes to hold Steve Bannon in contempt, but what is the Senate gonna do?
Well, the Senate, not only the Senate, but hold up, what is Garland gonna do? But we'll get into it. But I'm just like, Garland ain't gonna do shit. That little soft spoken, that motherfucker got a lot of.
Hold back, Shane. Hold on now. You know, sometimes I feel like the pit bull. They start to pull. Like, hold on, Shane. Hold on.
Bitch in his chest, man.
Sit.
All right.
But before we get into that, man, we are gonna start off today's show with the most critical question that I think any of us could ever ask. And when we ask it, it goes like this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah.
Yeah.
I love that ditty. Shout out to Cleveland Spade. He wrote that for us, or put that together for me a long time ago.
Yeah.
Motherfucker say what? Your boy Trumpty Dumpty Shane. Your boy Trumpty.
No, that ain't my boy. That's your boy. Hey. But this is happening right now.
He's starting his own social media platform called Truth.
Right.
I'm putting the quotes on it just to let you know that is verbatim the name. But Truth is going to be his new social media platform.
His social media platform, he's going to basically try to mirror what happened pertaining to where he has access like Twitter or almost, and also where you can post stuff up about the insurrection and all the other things and that you debunk. They want to debunk that and they're going to use it. But I think he's going to get 1 trillion motherfucking followers. But he's going to get a lot of trolls. He's going to get a lot of
First of all, he better be forced to host that shit in some Malaysian jungle village or some shit. Well, I'm just saying it can't be like Google hosting that shit, or you know what I mean,
or AT&T or
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro.
Because I will change my shit to coconut, where you just listen in a coconut on the phone instead of a phone. If AT&T do that shit, but I think that the thing is, it is smart for him to use that. It's smart and dumb. It's smart for him if it goes up because he knows he's going to get at least 60 million motherfuckers that's going to back it. But at the same time, it's going to give more ammo because he's going to say incredibly crazy shit, and it'll fuck up not only for him but down ballot because the people that are associated with him will be associated with his fuck ups. Okay, so I am thinking that it is going to be a curse and it's going to be a blessing for the Democrats if they could step up and get their nuts in order and go hard in the paint. Yeah, go hard in the paint because the Democrats getting on my fucking nerves with their bitch ass. They won't ever fucking step up and be like, yo, fuck you, man. Now, I know people think that they just said fuck you, but they ain't say full fuck you. I'm talking about fuck you.
Well, the most full fuck you could do is to have Trumpty Dumpty running his own social media platform that's called Truth. Like, that's a huge fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be like a plantation called Freedom Land. You'd be like, all right, you know what? You motherfuckers, that ain't right. So
okay, we got a person that's a fan of it. Marshall Epstein said, yay, Trump.
Yeah, we all know Marshall's a little off his rocker. It's okay.
Okay, but
he's run out of meth, and
it'll give. If he's already given ammo, the shit he already said about Colin Powell gave a lot of people ammo because he basically mocked his death and mocked the fact that he was getting love from the majority of people that gave him props for being the first this, the first that, the first this, the first black this, the first black that, which is good. But the bottom line is, I think it's going to give the Democrats, if they work it right, crazy fucking ammo. And Marshall Epstein, don't be a mean Jew.
Hey, Ronald Ewan, I see you out there. Nicole H says, "Bring Marshall back." Oh Lord. Nicole,
oh no, Marshall is.
What you sipping on? What you sipping on, girl?
What you sipping on? No, I mean, so what do you think, Pedro? I think that it's. Do you see my point? My point is this: for the people that don't get my point, I'm gonna just say real quick, and then Pedro's going to elaborate on it in his Black Pedro thought process. I think that he will post, and his people will post so much crazy shit, so much QAnon-driven, psychobabble, easily proven to be lie shit, that it will give so much ammo and it'll basically hold up to the people that are progressives and moderates that's on the middle of the fence. It'll be like, yeah, that motherfucker crazy. I ain't fucking with they people. And I think
so you think it'll drive moderates away from Trump land? I think
that Trump is going to do say he's going to be unleashed because it's his own shit. Yeah, I think he's going to lose his fucking. He's going to go bonkers. And if I see a lot of black people, it ain't gonna be like a black version of like Twitter, like Black Twitter. It's not gonna be Black Truth on there. So I think that he's gonna take it to the face.
It's obviously, a sarcastic name, and that's why I think it's a real fuck you, like, to call it Truth, because they know they're about to build a platform where they can just this would be like the Nazi Gazette or the Daily Hitler. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
Whatever press propaganda that the Nazi party used, or whatever mechanism. Oh yeah, the media here in America has been used to tell and spin lies about black people, or the Nazi propaganda that was spun.
A couple of people disagreeing.
Through media.
Queen says Brian Laundrie is still alive. I'm not buying it. Those remains are not him. But they already clarified it is.
They identified it DNA-wise.
This DNA, that is him, number one. That's for Queen B. Number two, Pamela Knox says, I don't think so. That's not how cults work. Okay. But I'm not talking about the people that will absolutely drink all the Kool-Aid. I'm talking about the people that, of course, they're going to
have been riding the fence. You're talking about the fence
riders. Riding the fence on this crazy motherfucker. So they will be the ones that said, yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards, I don't like Biden, blah, blah, blah. But it'll show his crazy in full crazy bloom. And I think that those would be people, not the cult. The people that are cult, they're all the way in. They are all the way in. They're going the Koresh route. They're going to definitely be, when the building starts burning, they're going to not leave. They're going to pull a Samuel Jackson. Oh, my Lord, man, master. Oh. Yeah, they're gonna be the one when the building's burning, staying in there with Trump. But there's some people that are gonna be like, I ain't staying in this motherfucking burning building with this bitch ass orange dude, and they're gonna bounce. So Pamela Knox, you see what I'm saying?
She said if they're still riding the fence, they're already too retarded to think about it.
Wow. Okay,
you
that's
know,
I like that. Oh, Pamela, you made my dick hard a little bit the way you say that. You little sexy thing.
I mean, it's gonna be. I guess its creation is less. The creation of Trump's Truth social media platform is less interesting to me as much as how it will be regulated is. So, will the global internet community allow this platform like a 4chan, 8chan, whatever, to like actually grow, flourish, be a thing, like
yes,
and just spread lies? Because
yes,
then we're in trouble, because it won't be about like who jumps on, or the people on the fence or whatever. It'll be the fervent, dedicated,
right,
cracker dog hound monkeys who are foaming at the mouth to do something about America, that are going to get fed this constant stream of misinformation that will not be the truth, but by the title of the platform, they will be led to believe it is. Right. And then we'll be in a place where we won't be able to really communicate properly, I don't think, as a society.
No, I think we got Fox News right now, which is a fantasy fucking makeup lying platform. We got OAN or whatever I'm saying, right? OAN, which is another platform, which is drink the Kool-Aid. They should just have, a picture of Charles Manson as their logo. I mean, they make shit up. So at the end of the day, I think that the internet is going to love it. They're going to love it. They're going to love the crazy. And I think that nobody can shut him down, because if it's his, he could just say all niggers must die, and that could be the post. And guess what? Who's the fucking regulating? It's his shit.
Exactly. That's what I say. How is it going to be regulated? And also understand that as a social media platform, it's global. So, or potentially would be. So, we can look around the world and see that Trumpty Dumpty ain't the only wannabe autocrat or actual autocrat that is. We have way more sense.
Pamela Knox said it, and then Queen B is still on that, believing that he's still alive.
Yeah, Queen B, stay focused, girl. Dude, listen.
No, it's cool, Queen B. I like what you're saying, but I just don't agree with it. I think that he did kill himself. Facebook made money off of spreading lies for years. No one's done anything about that. Exactly. They're too big to fuck with. Like, you ever heard too big to fail? They're so big that, with a billion motherfuckers on there, that's not going to be the case. But if you look at the situation pertaining to a new platform, if he gets numbers like 50, 60 million, they're absolutely going to let the shit ride. They're going to let him do whatever the fuck he wants to do. He could be sitting there munching on a black baby, and they still would be like, well, black babies do look tasty, and they're going to let it go. And black babies are tasty. When you kiss the little feet.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
So I know Queen B said I'm focused. All right, I think Queen B and Pedro. I said
Pueblo.
I'm all right, man. Pedro, I'm about to get into it. Queen B, all right, put your dukes up. It's going down.
Well, speaking of fights, potential fights here, cock the vote, y'all. Which is to say that this thing may get cocked up anyways. But
what's up, Nicole?
The House does vote to hold Steve Bannon in contempt. If like the devil himself had an executive assistant, it would be Steve Bannon.
Yeah, but you know what? I watched the other side, the Republicans, talking that shit about making shit up, not sticking to the fucking subject, talk about other shit. Motherfuckers is just they are so deep in the cult, and they're so scared of their white privilege being ripped away, because in 2050 they're going to be the minority, that they will say whatever the fuck they want to say.
So, and what Shane's referring to is like today there was in the House a sort of a debate over this issue of whether Bannon should be held in contempt for not adhering to a congressional subpoena regarding the January 6th committee committee's investigation of those events. So, basically you had a quote unquote court order, something similar to, and you said, fuck that, I'm not showing up. And now this body is like, all right, should we haul this guy in? Should we hold him accountable for this at all? And what both Shang and I witnessed today were, the debate between whether you should or shouldn't. And yes, there was a lot of cow, donkey, horse, pucket bullshit that came out of Republicans' mouths today.
So much bullshit. I mean,
people like Jim Jordan, just, man, woo. Well,
Nicole H said,
if I could ever poop in somebody's coffee and then serve it to him, it would be that man. God damn.
Nicole H, I agree with you. They were trolling. They were saying all kind of crazy shit. It was like watching somebody try to talk to a schizophrenic and try to make sense of which person they were talking to. They were out of their fucking mind today. But guess what? I still think that Garland, who is softy soft of all soft, I feel like he's almost like creepy soft. Like, what was the guy that used to have the children's show? That's what he reminds me of.
Mr. Robinson.
Mr. Robinson.
Yeah.
Not Mr. Robinson. That's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers. Sorry.
Mr. Rogers. He has that soft-spoken weirdness.
Hi.
Yeah, he has that soft-spoken weirdness, and he ain't gonna do none of that shit. The bottom line is that if you look at how Garland has gone about it, how he's soft pedaled pertaining to the insurrectionists and not giving them the full blast treatment like they did the full blast treatment with the BLM, then the motherfuckers ain't about that life. He's not about that life. He's afraid to go up against Trump. You can tell you that. You can see all the bitch in his chest. Like I'm telling you, if he got a little tattoo that says, I got bitch in my heart right here, right on it, right over his.
It sounds like a really twisted Sesame Street song, whatever. Yeah. I got bitch in my heart. I'm bitch made.
Yeah, no, he does. And if you look at and people in the feed, we're glad that you're smart people. You're not dumb people. If you look at the way they went about it, that they had to do all of this juggling in pertaining to Bannon, who just basically was like, "You want me to subpoena these nuts?
Suck my subpoenas."
Yeah, you can suck my subpoenas. Oh, that he did that right there, and they still had to go through all this shit to make sure that they voted and to have it go to the AG, and the AG they asked him. He said, and it's a slam dunk thing. He fucking didn't. If Pedro didn't show up for a subpoena, Pedro's ass would be tasting another motherfucker because he'd be in jail.
No, but that wouldn't happen to me, dog. I think I would be more of the one that was like respected in the community.
Oh, right.
Words of wisdom. Yeah. I'd like teach guys how to read and write or some shit like that.
Right.
I would avoid a lot of ass tasting. Yeah.
Now you won't be ass tasting. What's up, Stacy?
Not everybody that goes to jail has to taste ass.
But
by the way.
Stacy, hey, what's up, Stacy? What I meant to say is Pedro would be the first one to walk into the cell, kill somebody, so he'd be a prison celebrity.
You find the biggest nigga and you knock him out.
Right. You're right. He's like, wow. Like, yo, you hear about that new motherfucker on the block? What? Yeah, Pedro. He stabbed a nigga with a toothbrush 42 times in the face.
Again, I would come with positivity and revelations about how we could all make our lives better once we get out.
Yeah,
but really, I'm focused on not going back ever again. So
yeah, but
that's how I'm staying positive, brother.
But they basically, this is what the Republicans with their bitch ass, and I hope they all get herpes simplex 10. I don't know if that's real, but
Stacy P, I see you.
Yeah,
herpes simplex 10.
I hope you take these.
Ramon.
The bottom line is, and I know, everybody in the feed knows, if I did that or you did that, we'd be in jail. He is okay. Ain't nobody asked you, Blanco, but anybody else pulled the shit that these Republicans have pulled for the past 4.5 years, they would be in jail. They would be in prison. If it was just like we do the comparison with the insurrectionists and BLM. BLM got shot with rubber bullets. They tear gassed them. They were incredibly aggressive. The cops were incredibly aggressive constantly. Whereas in with the insurrectionists, some of them, they open the door and put their arm out to help
Let
women
me help
walk.
you down the stairs.
Yeah, help women walk down the steps. So we know it's a double standard, and it's a double standard in Congress. I think that this is going to be a situation where white folks is going to let white folks get away with shit. They already letting the fucking, without the filibuster, they ain't fucking doing the shit they supposed to do pertaining to our vote. And in a minute, we ain't going to be able to get the vote, and they're going to restrict the vote, and we're going to be fucked up. Because these bitch asses want to keep fucking with the filibuster, and the filibuster is some archaic bullshit that they should just been got done of. That's like the horse and buggy. The filibuster is a horse and buggy, and we all driving cars now.
Yeah,
fuck them.
Yes, sir. So but understand that, and we're gonna filibuster will be part of our next topic, honestly. But before we jump off of this. The House, even with all the Republican bullshit and the Jim Jordan cock monkey.
Oh, Jim Jordan. I absolutely want to, like, like where you see in the movie Gladiator. I'd want to come out there. I want to come out with a shield and a sword and have him come out and just absolutely chop his face off and throw it at the crowd.
I hope I hope his version of hell is Jim Jordan has to wake up every day and relive a different horror movie, but like really go through it.
That's actually, hey man, write that down. That's a good script.
Friday the 13th.
Hey, that's a good script. Write that down, Pedro.
All right,
that's a brilliant script. Where there would be so much problem with licensing to get.
Well, I don't need to watch it. I just want it to happen to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I want that to be his hell. That when he dies, he wakes up every day in a horror movie.
And I don't care if
where he's like one of the first people to die.
I know there's white people that follow us and listen to our show and whatever. But come on, white folks.
Whatever.
White folks.
We need y'all to.
Y'all know they say none but with fucking Bannon. This is nothing but white privilege. This is white privilege to the highest of height because they can get away with this bitch ass shit and not respond to a subpoena, and they did it. And this ain't the first, but they've already had other motherfuckers said I ain't coming in because Trump text or whatever the fuck Bannon said, don't fuck with them, don't do it. Also, he sued them. Trump sued the fucking Congress.
The Department. He's suing I think the DOJ or Congress.
The DOJ on some bitch shit. So we know there's the level of bitchness and cunt foolery is popping. It's cunt foolery. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one. All right. But that being said, even with the cunt foolery, as you call it, the House still passed this resolution, or basically to hold Bannon in contempt. But as you know, there's these two bodies of Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate. So the Senate being as tight as it is, I'm wondering.
And you got Joe Manchin.
What is they gonna do?
That motherfucker is like one of those toys where you scroll, you spin their head, and one side smiling and the other side's angry, and then the other side is a Republican. He's, you know what? And Marshall Epstein, yes, we talked about Chappelle. We covered that a couple times ago. That's old shit. Okay,
that's why you need to follow the fucking show.
Yeah, we talked.
That shit was like last week, 2 weeks ago.
Controversy pertaining to the transsexual community.
Why the fuck wouldn't we have talked about that already?
Yeah, exactly.
God
so kick rocks, Marshall.
What the fuck?
But no, I'm saying
I love when people are like, talk about the motherfucker. We talk about what we want to talk about. Follow the show if you want to, but we always gonna say what we want to say.
Hey, man. Hey, slow down, man. See what you did? You didn't upset Black Pedro.
I'm wearing powder blue. I shouldn't be this man.
I'm just letting you know. But this is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is pertaining to not only Bannon, white privilege, absolutely white privilege. Because if that was Cory Booker, you'd have seen Cory Booker's chain to the steps of the fucking Capitol, and people would have been like, whoosh, they'd have been whipping his ass. Okay. The end of the day, and everybody knows the end of the day, it's up to Garland. If Garland doesn't, all this voting and all this other shit and the dramatics they did in the fucking on the TV and sitting there talking means dick. If Garland don't step up and make it criminal and do the shit, the motherfucker's gonna tiptoe his way off, and not only is he gonna be a martyr, he's gonna get bigger in the Republican Party. So all you motherfuckers that don't understand, I'm telling you, these white folks that are out there that are backing these people are on that fuck everything. We're losing ground, so we're gonna do what we got to do to steal the election.
They try, Merrick Garland, the Biden administration, they don't want to, mix politics and the DOJ. But the thing is that it's too late. I mean, political crimes have occurred. So you're at the intersection of politics and justice and crime. Right. And so, like, at a certain point, it is political, dog. And it's not like about you being a Republican or a Democrat. It's like, did these motherfuckers break laws? Like that's it.
Right. That's all.
It's not a political thing to do that, to do your fucking job.
Right.
When crimes have obviously occurred, or to at least
have
the balls to investigate. But God damn.
The reason I don't like this motherfucker, and I'm glad he didn't become a Supreme Court, because even though he got fucked over on that, I admit that, because it wasn't him as much.
Well, you're almost like, thank God now.
Yeah, they fucked over Obama, but
if he was going to be the same kind of bitch on the bench.
If he was going to have
a bitch on the bench, we didn't need that.
Yeah, so. You know what I'm saying? He need hands. I mean, it's just like, the bottom line is we know what's going to happen.
I've got somebody.
What?
Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, we know that we've seen situations where we take it all the way to the nth of everything. We impeached fucking Trump twice, and the Republicans still let that motherfucker go. The Republicans, not one fucking Republican, in fact, pertaining to voting rights, they wouldn't even let the motherfuckers talk about this. How bitch the Democrats are, and the fact that they didn't go hard in the paint with the filibuster. These motherfuckers actually said, not only we're not voting for it, you can't even debate with us about shit. How about that? Suck our dicks. That's what they basically did. They said, suck our dicks. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene said the same shit, because I'm sure that silverback gorilla got pussy and a dick. She definitely got both. I mean, you don't got shoulder development like that unless you've grown, your clitoris is turning to...
Her testosterone levels are
right. Her testosterone level, her clitoris is a dick now. And she was sitting back, and she started yelling at they started got an argument afterwards where she started yelling at, when are you going to investigate BLM? When are you going to do this to Liz Cheney? And Liz Cheney said, how about you kiss my pussy, bitch? And the only thing she didn't do was this, cock. But no, Liz Cheney went hard to paint.
I missed that. Well, we'll see.
Look it up. They went, and because first she went out, I forget the other guy she went after from New York. And then he was like, you know what? Maybe we should investigate some of the your side of the fucking aisle. And then she got her energy towards Liz Cheney, and Liz Cheney say, I'm about that life, bitch. Let's go. And then I'm serious. And then she put on a Sharkeisha mask and started to look like she was about to throw hands. Hands.
Well, if you're gonna throw hands, I've got somebody who deserves them for you coming up next year, guys. Everybody's favorite, from the great state of Arizona, Kyrsten Sinema.
I love her.
Oh, she's so fantastic. She's so bright.
She is
so not white and dangerous for America.
One little, too little. They so many people.
So today, or maybe as of yesterday, I'm just gonna read. I'm getting this from CNN. 5 military veterans who were advising Sinema all quit. They all resigned, stating that, quote, stating that she was, quote, principal obstacle to progress. So they're quitting because she ain't shit. She's just
and she can never
standing in the way.
Now, don't get me wrong. I saw some pictures of her in the marathon. I thought, you know what I'm saying? I'd fuck the evil out of her. I mean, she could. I'd fuck her back to I'd fuck her back to being a centrist, like she would.
Nah, man, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I would. And then you know what I would do? I would definitely, because she's I'm telling you, you need to see the pictures of her in the marathon. She motherfucker she's right. But I'm just saying, I would do her.
conceptually, I get that, but this one, she don't even deserve it, dog. Like,
You're
this
right.
is one where it's like,
you're right.
I'm on some Drake shit. Like, my sex so good, I shouldn't have to fuck for free. Okay, like, I'm not. She don't deserve this dick. Okay,
Wow.
Not no bitch like that. But so
Nicole, stop it! Don't say Lord. I mean, I'm fucking
so,
around. I wouldn't.
So these five advisors, former advisors, wrote a letter in which they expressed frustration with a refusal to change the Senate filibuster. Okay, back to that, to protect voting rights, the failure to support prescription drug negotiations, her position to parts of the Democrats' sweeping budget reconciliation package, and for her not voting on the January 6th commission.
And check this out. They asked how she's one of the only ones, her and of course Manchin, that motherfucker, who said he's going to turn into an independent. I hope he independently walks.
Exactly. Yeah, independent your ass.
Yeah, why don't you independently walk your ass into traffic? Sinema actually said that wants to block how they would pay for it by taxing the. I'm talking not taxing like people who make 400, 500,000. They talking about the top 1%. Ready? Of the 1%. We're talking about billionaires getting taxed, or at least being accountable for their taxes. You got to think, Amazon don't pay no fucking taxes. Don't y'all know that? Amazon be like on some shit like, yo, I ain't paying shit. Fuck y'all, we Amazon. And why not get them to pay? Amazon alone, if you tax them, we could build the infrastructure of bridges just off of just off the taxes from Amazon. That's how big fucking Amazon is. Amazon, like, I know motherfuckers that order their food from Amazon. They don't go to the store. They go, yo, I'm just going to get Amazon to bring me the food.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, go shopping for me. So
you can
imagine
get your Whole
you're
Foods
so rich. Now, you knew this, man. You imagine these companies are so rich. They're so caked up that 1 year of taxing them would fix bridges in America. Not y'all understand. Yeah. Think about how many bridges in America.
That's how deep it gets. I think earlier Biden said that there were like 45,000 bridges in America that were ready to collapse, according to the national engineering body, which I don't know the exact name of, but. All right, so listen, these five veterans who resigned from advising Kyrsten Sinema, they went on to say in this letter, you have become one of the principal obstacles to progress, answering to big donors rather than your own people. We shouldn't have to buy representation from you, and your failure to stand by your people and see their urgent needs is alarming. We do not know who has your ear, but it clearly isn't us or your constituents.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's for a group of five who were advising her. I think that's a pretty damning statement.
Yeah, I was watching. I don't know if it was Rachel Maddow or I don't know if it was Rachel Maddow. They had a lady from West Virginia that said, coal. There's 10,000 people that deal with coal. There's still 10,000 people that work pertaining to the coal industry. These motherfuckers. She said, that's not all we do in West Virginia. We want to move forward. We want clean energy. We want all that shit. So, I mean, it's like, yeah. And okay, Blanco, I should go over one of the bad bridges because of the
man, listen, we have real things to talk about.
Man, slapbox time, baby.
No, we have real things to talk about.
I ain't gonna never run into this nigga. No, I'm just saying it's
a wasteful person to.
I know. It's a waste of time. But I'm just saying it's like, dude, what are you saying? I'm talking about bridges getting fixed, and you talking about me getting hurt on bridges. Like, what the fuck are you, yo, dude?
It's a heckler at a show. Like we're on a topic, and they're yelling out bullshit.
Yeah, it's like I didn't say nothing like that. I didn't say nothing about you. I was talking about the fact that if we tax the top 1% of the 1%. There is so much shit that can get fixed that we need to get fixed. The subways in New York need to get fixed and updated with new technology. The grids, the electric grids in Texas right now. You're right, Nicole Sandler. I will rise above it. The grids in Texas need to be updated and have not been updated. You ready? All right, since 1960.
Ever since.
Think about that. They fix it and they update it with parts, but the whole shit needs to be replaced. The pipes in Flint, Michigan, Kalamazoo. I think there was 4
Benton
other
Harbor.
places, and there was 4 places in Michigan where they said the pipes are so rotted that when they dig them up, they disintegrate. They literally become part of what they're digging up.
Silt.
So, and then these people in Flint, Michigan, I believe I'm saying Flint. I'm fucking it up. Correct me. That are drinking water that literally is real shit. There's kids that got all kind of fucking
Legionnaire disease.
Yes, medical issues. They get medical issues because they won't fix these pipes. But with this infrastructure, if they wouldn't went for the 3.2 trillion,
3.5,
that they could have literally fixed all that shit.
By the way, Bernie Sanders originally, as chairman of the budget committee, asked for $6 trillion.
Yeah. Because
and now we're down to about 1.5, 1.75, 1.9.
The Democrats they can't because they can't really, because they don't want it.
And one of the main shitheads holding that back is Kristen Sinema. And 5 of her staffers have left and said, fuck this, and I working for her in the first place, you're like, okay, she's Democrat, whatever. Maybe some of them were like you, Shang, like, oh, maybe I'll give it a business. but like the reality is,
I mean, I like the way she looked when she was running, though.
Once you see
nothing moving, just ass.
Yeah. But once you see that she's actually a shit biscuit,
you know what? I've already fucked evil women before. That women that are evil, women that ain't shit. Look, I'm not going. We ain't gonna talk about the people who fuck, but I'm saying I've been with women. I go, you know what? And the essence of this woman. Ain't shit. She ain't shit. She's not a good person.
You see she's rat-tastic, so you stop fucking with her. And just like you have with some of the evil women you fuck with in the past, these staffers have bounced. And with a pretty, I think, damning statement that she is a principal obstacle to progress, and that she must be listening to somebody else. And I think that it's for me, it's corroborative where we see her action, right? We see how she's behaving in real time.
Right.
And you're like, well, damn, bitch, who do you work for? And then 5 advisors leave her saying, I don't know who this bitch work for. So to me, it's corroborative. It's bringing this thing together to say, okay, look, obviously this woman is her big thing ended up being corporate and 1% taxes.
Right.
So she doesn't want money from them.
No,
she doesn't want money from them. They don't need to pay anything at all or more. So and that's obviously now who she's listening to, who is buttering her bread, and she's not there representing any slice of America.
Right. And Manchin and Manchin is in bed with the coal industry, his businesses. So we know that
his daughter is big pharma.
Yeah, I mean, so we already know these motherfuckers.
This nigga was preaching at people a couple weeks ago off the back of his yacht.
Yeah, so
this nigga had a yacht and was.
I think he lives on a yacht. He lives on a yacht, and he just uses his house to take a shit. Like he only walks up to his house to take a shit, takes a shit, then goes back down the yacht,
checks the mail, and
drinks martinis off of the poor, of the backs of the poor.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, bring me a black glass.
Yes, bring me
made from the skull of some black child.
Yeah, it's like we already know that a lot of these special interest groups and a lot of motherfuckers that's about that life, they all of them, not some of them, all of them. Yes, Nicole Sandler, put that up what Nicole said. Put that up.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
Manchin is a douche.
He's a douche.
Let me tell you.
I believe that's like a sort of factual, psychological definition of his mentality.
And the thing is, it's crazy that we're in a society and a Congress and a world and where 2 motherfuckers can literally hold up the waterworks for everybody. Like we all can't go to that's like 2 real fat motherfuckers on the slide, and they clog up the slide, and nobody else can go down the water slide because these 2 giant fat motherfuckers decided to go down at the same time. They got stuck in the top of the water slide. Now everybody else, and the water won't go down no more because the water's behind the big ass. And that's what it is.
You know what it is, man.
I'm just telling you. I know. I'm telling you right now, Pedro. I watched some shit today. When I was watching that shit today, and the one guy that was the coach / Mr. McFeely, what's the motherfucker? The giggity. The one guy you said he used to be a wrestling coach or some shit.
Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan.
Giggity.
Say the most outrageous bullshit, and it made me just go, you know what? Even though we do a show about politics, fuck them all. We should just do a show. We just put pictures of them up and go, fuck him. Then put a picture up, fuck him.
Fuck him.
And the whole show, 30 minutes, are just fuck them all. And then we should put the Democrats that are blue dog Democrats that ain't about that life for the middle class and the lower class and the people that are having a hard time. And we should put their picture up too. They all need to take an L. They all need hands.
Hand clapper taps and tapping.
Tapper. That's what they.
Well, if you want to hear a story that's gonna make you want to throw hands, then I want you to listen to a little something like this.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey,
what's it?
I'm about to. Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. Oh man, colored outside the lines. I came across this story, man, and this is one of those that's like a throw hands story. Also from CNN.
This is also from CNN?
Yeah, I'll just read the headline. A black girl was arrested at school in Hawaii over a drawing that upset a parent.
What?
If you go on to read, you find out that a 10-year-old black girl was apparently part of a group that collaged a drawing together in which the black girl admits she made a drawing of somebody that was bullying her to offend them. And then several other students colored it in and added words to it. And according to the black girl, she did not want to actually turn it in after it was said and done. But another kid snatched it out of her hands and handed it over to, the alleged bully. It gets up to the teacher, parents, all of that. The police are called and they haul away this 10-year-old girl in handcuffs in a police car before her mother gets there. Her mother is then called to the school, shows up and isn't even initially informed that her daughter's been arrested in front of everybody and hauled away to the fucking precinct.
Insanity.
Completely deprived of her rights. Traumatized this little girl now. I mean, could you imagine being snatched away in handcuffs at 10 years old?
Yes.
By grown ass adults. Well,
yeah, well,
you earned it, Shane. But,
shit.
But to be honest, all of this is over a drawing. Okay, a drawing. Crayon, pencil, ink, watercolor. I don't care what you use. There is no, yes, Breezy JJ's, put more question marks on this. For a drawing, something she drew. Even if it was a drawing that said kill all crackers, you can't arrest a 10-year-old child for that.
And put them in handcuffs, but that's
and take them and literally take them away from the scene before their parents are there without representation off to a precinct, for a drawing. So all of this is like, okay, fuck, the kids are 10. They make drawings, do things, weird shit. Maybe you need to get them in front of a, what do you call it? Like a, child psychologist to, interpret the behavior. But, who is the adult?
Yeah, but what was the
And
charge?
no,
Then
no.
a
Who,
kid?
hold on. But who is the adult that calls a police officer over this? Who is the police officer that shows up, sees the drawing or not? I don't know, because the drawing hasn't been released to anybody. No, they're not. Authorities are not saying what the details of what the drawing is, what it what it depicts or anything like that. But who is the police officer that shows up? Here's okay. So let me get this straight. She made a drawing. It got to this kid, and the kid's parent is offended.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys, your art classes and everything else, right? Like that. Any real ass cop can't possibly be arresting a 10-year-old child over a drawing. No hands were thrown. There was no physical violence. I don't understand how it got to this point within the adults, no matter what the drawing is. I don't understand the adult mindset that executes an arrest on a 10-year-old over a drawing.
I do.
Like I mean, I know it exists. I don't understand it. Like I don't. I got a lot of empathy in me, dog. I don't understand that, but I know it exists, and I want to bust it in his fucking mouth.
Okay, so you got Breezy JJ asking you what was the charge?
Because
you gotta.
Yeah. I don't.
If she drew a picture of the bully being
let me see.
decapitated.
You go ahead and opine on it, Shane. Here, I'm gonna pull you in like this. Sorry, and to speak on it. I'm gonna see if I can find out.
Well, no, I mean there was another situation in Wisconsin where the cops pulled guns on a 7-year-old. It was a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 10-year-old, and the parents, because one of the little girls out of the dollar store walked out of the dollar store with one of the dolls. And so they pulled guns on them, made them get down on the ground. The kids are crying and screaming. There's videotape of it. You can check it out. And they treated us because they treat our children as though they're adults that have committed some kind of violent crime. So that's why I'm not surprised, because I've seen instance after instance after instance after instance where they treat our children as adults. That's why they thought a 13-year-old was a grown man, and they felt that they needed to kill him immediately. I mean, we've seen a girl at a swim party where the cop
they tossed her around.
They flipped her up and body slammed her on cement and was dragging her face across the grass. So for something about our children, they feel are not, they don't deserve due process. We don't deserve none of that. So, I mean, I agree, Wendy, it's vile and disgusting, not okay to treat children this way. But the end of the day, it still happened. They still not arrested, but I don't know what they could arrest her for and actually put her in some kind of detention because she's 10 years old. But it fucking happened.
I'm not saying what the charge was. I don't think maybe she was even officially charged. I don't know what they could have officially charged her with. But so I think that's the total problem. So I think ultimately what this highlights is not just the ultimate violence that occurs and the constant violence that occurs among Black people. Well, not among Black people, but against Black people by the state, meaning police, law enforcement. But that, there is something specific about Hawaii. Again, this is where this occurred, where, okay, indigenous people from Hawaii, Pacific Islanders, things like that, Hawaiians, natives, bloodline of that, they were demoted and subjugated, by whites to gain that island, or for the United States to gain that island.
Right.
But among that, there is this other tier where Black people are way on the bottom of that and get treated disproportionately rough by the police in Hawaii specifically. So even in paradise, among the trees and the coconut, the pineapple, and the mango, you're still a Negro at the end of the day.
No, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, man.
So that was my pop in for today. Well, again, this happened in January of 2020, but we're just finding out about it now.
Right, yeah.
But Black girl arrested, 10 years old, for a drawing that a parent found offensive.
Right. Savage AF, I want to let y'all know, make sure you subscribe to the channel on all podcast platforms, iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Also, make sure you check us out on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And when you go to the YouTube channel, make sure you click this little thing right there. He's going to show you right now to click the little thing in the thing.
Before I do, I just want to say, Breezy JJ's, you're right. The bully is the problem.
Right.
Right. That ultimately that got skipped over right there.
Right.
This thing was made to like counter a bully thing. But sorry, when you go to the thing, make sure you do this thing.
Because we ran a little bit over, I'm going to do a very, very short Shangri. And it's going to be very, very short. So,
but we're still going to run it a little something like this.
Yeah. Well. Listen,
what have we
get worse? Yes, I think that it is going to get worse because between Trump trying to get onto this new platform that he's created, that his people are creating, between the right wing gaining traction pertaining to the motherfucking voters' rights and restricting voters' rights for people of color because they know that they're targeting that redlining, redistricting. I think that it is going to get worse. I think that the Republicans are going to take over the motherfucking House and the Senate, not because they would win because of the numbers, but they're going to win because of motherfucking cheating. They cheat. They're cheaters. So can it get worse? Absolutely. Can Trump win again? Absolutely. Not because he can win because of the numbers, because he lost by 7 million motherfuckers. He got troused. And so did the motherfucking Hillary Clinton beat him by 3 million, 3 point something million. So, and she was not the best candidate, and neither was Biden, but he still housed that ass. He waxed that ass. That ass was waxed. Okay. But they're cheating so heavily right now, and they're getting over, and the motherfucking Democrats are not acting urgent about it. And you've seen it, Pedro. You see how lackadaisical they are about some shit. The bottom line is it can get worse. And I wanted to see what you people think, because I do believe it can.
It will get worse.
Yes, I think it can get worse.
The worst is yet to come.
Step up and step out and actually start being way more aggressive. Everybody out there knows that these people that believe that this motherfucker is still president are psychotic, delusional, and absolutely ready to throw hands. They've already shown that with January 6th. The insurrection was, if it didn't prove to you that these motherfuckers are willing to do violence, then what do you think will happen if they lose again in 2024 or 25? What do you think will happen? You think they're not going to try this shit again because they saw they got away with it the first time? The people that are part of the insurrectionists, half of these motherfuckers is sitting at the crib eating pot pies, these, you know what I'm saying, and busting pimples on their wife's back. And then after they bust the pimple on the wife's back, they're putting it in their oatmeal. That's how nasty.
In their yogurt.
Yeah, because they yogurty motherfuckers. So end of the day, can it get worse? All you people out there that don't think it can get worse, it absolutely can get worse. The Republicans are showing their ass. They absolutely will do anything they can to fucking win. There is no honor above them. There's no bipartisanship. They had all 50 fucking Republicans voted today. To this day, they voted against the fucking Democrats even debating about motherfucking voter suppression, even talking about it. So you know they about that life. So I just want to say,
Mr. Castillo says send them to Haiti, the Republicans. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, so they can get kidnapped and slapped up. But
the problem is they'll have the money to pay the ransom.
They'll have the money to pay because they have special interest groups. Because the bottom line is, I think that we need to take it and be a little bit more urgent, a little bit more urgency. Not fuck that, a lot more urgency pertaining to democracy, and these motherfuckers ain't doing it. So I'm a little shangry about that. That's all.
All right, y'all. So here we go. We got to get out of here. We really do. We should get downstairs to the club. This is what it is, y'all. We'll be back here tomorrow. Man, do you want to do 3 p.m. or 6 p.m.? We can do either one, really. I guess we'll decide. Stay tapped in. I don't know.
No, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's
Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. No, it's Thursday right now, bro. I promise
Today
you.
it's not Thursday. Tell me it's not Thursday.
Today is Thursday, homie. We
Oh,
about to.
shit.
It's the third show. We started on Tuesday.
Oh, I'm okay. I thought Monday. Okay, well then, we could do 6.
All right, so we'll do a 6 p.m. for y'all tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pamela Knox made a specific request so she can drink at 6 p.m. Okay, cool. So we'll do a 6 p.m.
6. Thank you guys
That's
for
what it
listening.
is.
Thank you guys for having knowledge. Thank you guys for not being, yogurty and being able to handle some of the crazy shit I said and some of the incredibly aggressive shit that Pedro said. I think Pedro needs some anger therapy.
I ain't do nothing. What you
Anger
talking, man? What you said? What?
I'm just saying,
I'm
you
good.
went a little
I
crazy
feel
there.
good.
I'm just saying.
I
He's
feel
a little
good.
bit. I'm just
I'm
saying.
I'm in a good place.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We're in Reno. All right, so
Yeah. All right, here we go, y'all. We got to bounce, but we'll see you
y'all.
tomorrow, guys. Deuces. Keep your
We're
finger
gonna
out
be
your nose.
downstairs now. Bam.
Bam.
Later.